What are you trying to get out of me? You see that?
I knew you were going to answer that. We are putting 50 Cent on the spot. And we've got the stories that define the week on People in 10. I'm Andrew Belke, bringing you everything you need to know about pop culture right now. We've got 10 minutes, so let's dive right in with the first 5. Starting with the top story this week, the tragic death of former NHL player Jimmy Hayes. The 31-year-old was found dead just one day after celebrating his eldest son's 2nd birthday.
Law enforcement told the Boston Globe that Jimmy was pronounced dead on Monday morning at his home in a Boston suburb.
On Tuesday, his wife Kristen spoke out for the first time since his death, posting a short but heartbreaking tribute on her Instagram stories.
Kristen wrote how it wasn't fair and how he should be here.
In a follow-up post, she went on to write, "I have no words. I'm heartbroken. We miss you. We love you." The day before his death, the couple had shared pictures and videos from their toddler's birthday, including one of Jimmy pushing his 2 sons, 2-year-old Beau and 3-month-old Mac, in a stroller. Kristen affectionately captioned the photo, "My boys." Moving on now to a decades-long marriage that is officially coming to an end. Steph Curry's parents are going their separate ways.
In an exclusive statement to People, Sonia and Del Curry explained that they had explored a trial separation over the past year, but have decided to end their 33 years of marriage.
The former couple says their divorce comes with a great deal of sadness.
They're obviously very sad that their marriage is ending, but they said their focus is on their family's continued happiness.
Sonia and Del are also parents to Philadelphia 76ers player Seth Curry and their daughter Sidel, who is currently pregnant.
We're having a little boy.
They say that they still plan to remain on connected paths as they are committed to their children and grandchildren. The pair met while attending Virginia Tech University and married in 1998. Now onto the Instagrams you've been loving this week. Regé-Jean Page has fans swooning all over again with this photo of himself shirtless in bed. And if drifting off to sleep next to Bridgerton's Duke of Hastings is now one of your fantasies, you're in luck. He's also the latest celeb to record a sleep story for the Calm app.
I am yours, Daphne. I have always been yours.
Sign us up. And calling all Back to the Future fans.
Roads, where we're going, we don't need roads.
Marty McFly and Doc Brown are swapping their DeLorean for a golf cart. Michael J. Fox and Christopher Lloyd reunited this week, with the former co-stars sharing several photos from their get-together 36 years after the iconic movie's release. And Modern Family's Eric Stonestreet is off the market. He shared 3 photos with his longtime love and now fiancée Lindsay Schweitzer and her gorgeous new engagement ring. Eric also channeled his funny side, writing, quote, "She said she'd have her people call my people." Over the next few weeks, we're excited to be celebrating some of the women we love in pop culture. Brought to you by Clinique. First up, Lucy Liu is a producer, a director, and an award-winning actress with memorable roles in Kill Bill.
I didn't think so.
And Charlie's Angels.
They should be answering to you, not you to them.
But Lucy is so much more than a talented artist. She's also won multiple awards for her humanitarian work.
You really have to have a continuous, very consistent effort to really make a difference.
And she's been an ambassador for UNICEF since 2004.
I'm Lucy Liu here on a mission in Peru in the highlands.
The northeastern region of the DRC, in Russia, Pakistan, Lesotho, Haiti, Cote d'Ivoire.
As a champion for minorities in Hollywood, she advocates for representation on screen.
Diversity is about unity. Segregation and separation, that's fear and ignorance.
And with a recent surge of anti-Asian hate, she's using her voice to raise awareness.
In America, there is still, in some ways, a caste system where they want to always abbreviate another race.
That's why Lucy Liu is this week's Woman We Love. And finally, here's a story you've been following closely on People.com. Christina Hawk isn't backing down. After the mom of 3 posted a photo from a trip to Las Vegas with her boyfriend Josh Hall and her 2 oldest children, Brayden and Taylor, a follower commented asking if her youngest son Hudson exists, because they claim to never see him in any pictures. Christina clapped back, "Just because I don't post my every move, of course, shamed for it." The HGTV star went on to explain that she and her ex-husband Ant Anstead share 50-50 custody of Hudson, and that Vegas wouldn't have been enjoyable enjoyable for the toddler. She added that Hudson is a busy boy who is happy and well taken care of. The family's getaway was in celebration of Braden's 6th birthday. On the way, Christina snapped a group selfie from the plane, and over the weekend posted a sweet B-Day tribute to her son. She shares Braden and Taylor with her first husband, Tariq El Moussa. All right, now let's move on to some screen time. I am so excited to be joined now by Curtis 50 Cent Jackson. He's the executive producer of the new show Power Book 3, Raising Kanan, which airs Sunday nights on Stars.
We're on that Boys to Men tip tonight. Oh, come on, you know we gotta represent for Jewel.
For these final 5 minutes of the show, I'm gonna ask you 5 questions. For question number 1, you have to give me 1 answer. For question number 2, you have to give me 2 answers, and so on. Let's get started. Power Book 3, Raising Kanan is the second spin-off of the highly successful series Power, which you both starred in and executive produced. The show is a prequel to the franchise and explores the family drama surrounding a young Kanan Stark, the character that you originated. On top of everything, you also created the theme song for the series.
The ups and downs, you know I get around, so to me, it's all a part of the game.
What is one thing that continues to inspire you to make music?
Look, when M does something that stands out to me that is special, like he just had a performance on Nas's album that recently came out, and it made me want to record again because of my connection to it. He sounded so good on the record that I was like, yeah, I gotta write something. I gotta go sit down and just write something. So I got something that I feel like I'm still in it. Even though if I didn't share it with the general public, it forced me back into the writer's room to go to the studio to record something.
Eminem obviously gave you a shout out on that song, which is just incredible.
I hit 50 via text, told him that I love him because I don't even know when I'm gonna see him next.
We all know that he's also an actor. We loved him in 8 Mile.
Got cashed his whole check and bought 1 ho-ho.
What about a cameo in the Power universe? Would that ever happen? Is that something that's crossed your mind?
Probably not in the Power universe because I have other things that I want him to participate with.
What's that?
I can't tell you.
We've bonded this entire interview.
I just can't tell you everything. He's a different animal. Like M's, you can't really move him with money. You know, if anyone can get him to move, it'd be me.
Okay. So if you texted him right now, hey, let's do another song collaboration, he'd say yes?
Yeah.
Is that something that's happening?
Probably not. When you ask a question like that, what are you trying to get out of me? You see that? You see, this is...
I knew you weren't gonna answer that. Is there another thing that inspires you to create new music?
Like even TikTok is an influencer, a strong influencer of music culture because people that are dancing on TikTok are creating the style of what you're supposed to do for the record.
I wash my hand with the Ajax. I don't pay that. What? I don't pay that.
Are you someone that's browsing TikTok for new dance moves? Have you done some of those TikTok dance moves?
I see it happening in our culture musically, like when they, the girls is doing like they look like that was like Michael Jackson, the Thriller.
This show takes place in the 90s, which I think the 90s was pretty great. What are 2 things that you loved or miss about the 90s?
Well, the music was absolutely different in the 90s.
Like the way you work it, no diggity.
It was predominantly more R&B music. Hip hop was a baby in the 90s.
Cash rules everything around me. Cream.
Fashion in the 90s was so different that it's definitely set itself apart.
It was recently announced that you are developing a new hip-hop competition series called Unwrapped, which you've described as a hip-hop American Idol. Now, I know things are still in the works, but what are 3 qualities you think an artist needs to have to make it or stand out in hip-hop?
It's very simple. It's quality material, performance, and appearance.
Are you a big reality TV guy? What's your favorite reality show?
Even Jersey Shore was one of the big ones.
So you're actually 50 Cent sitting down and watching Jersey Shore?
Yeah, I did. I watched Pauly D. You know?
I bet Pauly D would be stoked to know that 50 Cent even knows who he is.
Big time, yeah!
We know that fans of hip-hop love their lists. So 50, you've had so many hits throughout the years. I want to know, what are your top 4 favorite song collaborations from over the years that you've done with other artists?
P.I.M.P. with Snoop Dogg.
I don't know what you heard about me.
Before I Collapsed, me and Eminem.
50 Cent, Shady.
Magic Stick, Lil' Kim.
Got the magic stick.
Down on Me, me and Jeremy.
Put it down on
And finally, what are 5 words to describe your new show, Power Book 3, Raising Canaan?
Exciting, dramatic.
You pull that trigger, you in it.
Smart.
Still in training. Time to put them reps in.
Unexpected.
I ain't getting on my knees, Nick.
The new #1.
You wanted to be in it? You in it.
Thank you so much for joining us. Everyone be sure to watch his new show, Power Book 3, Raising Canaan. It airs Sunday nights on Stars. All right, time's up. See you next Thursday.